In the world of dog training, there is nothing more essential than teaching your dog to remain still. I'm going to talk about it today, along with 3 essential aspects of your training that you need to be aware of to teach your dog practically everything. Give Bruno the puppy a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. There is no cost involved if you are interested in learning everything I know about how to train dogs. You should also get a copy of my book, which is titled Dog Training Revolution. Furthermore, the audio version is also available for download. We are going to discuss the 3 most important aspects of dog training today. Bruno and I am willing to assert that if you comprehend these 3 ideas, and you are going to be well on your way to having a dog that performs perfectly in every situation. While we are on the subject of staying, did you know that you can stay at home, avoid getting stuck in traffic, and stay with your dog rather than rushing to the pet supply store to get dog food? When we don't have to, why should any of us be required to stop what we're doing to do a duty that is both time-consuming and unnecessary? This is how it works. All you have to do is go to PetFlow, select the meal that your puppy enjoys the most, and decide how frequently you would like it delivered. Within the description, you will find a unique URL, as well as a promotional code that will provide you with a discount of 20% on your initial purchase. Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about what we dog trainers call the 3 Ds in dog training. To begin, you need to make sure that your dog is concentrating on you for a certain amount of time duration. The next step is to teach your dog to listen to you from a greater distance, also known as distance. Last but not least, there is the process of teaching your dog to listen to you in situations that are more stimulating or when there are distractions present. This is the 3rd letter D. The purpose of this lesson is to demonstrate how to teach your dog to stay, which will hopefully help you better understand all 3 of these ideas. Although they are used to teach your dog to remain, the 3 Ds duration, distance, and distraction are not only used for this purpose. Because of their versatility, they can be utilized for a wide range of purposes, including, but not limited to remain, come, play dead, and speak. You should begin working on the ability to stay with your dog early and frequently during their first year of training, regardless of their age, because it has the potential to save their life. When teaching your dog anything, it is usually a good idea to break things down into smaller steps. This is for the best possible results. Your dog will not only learn more quickly, but it will also be simpler for him to learn in this manner. In essence, what this means is that you should only require your dog's attention for very little periods, at least at the beginning of the process. I will demonstrate what I mean to you. Day 1, just a 2-second stay. Yes, you did a great job. Get up, it's time. You should come over here. A job well done. You did a good job. That took place in a very short amount of time, didn't it? The only thing that we were given was a 2-second stay, and after that, I let Bruno go from the stay. Regarding my correspondence, I would like to make it quite obvious that, hey, that stay is over. On the other hand, it's almost as if you're attempting to get your dog to stay. To let them know that you appreciate what they are doing at that very moment, you should make the most of the opportunities that are presented to you. Take a seat and remain seated. 1, 2, 3, yes, you did a great job. You were doing an excellent job. At first, you should focus on teaching your dog how to stay for 3 to 5 seconds, and then gradually increase the length of time he stays to 30 seconds over the first week. Keep your dog from breaking more than once in a row by doing all in your power to prevent it from happening. You and your partner will remain focused on achieving achievement as a result of this. You have likely begun practicing staying while you walk away, or with distance a little bit too early if you are like the majority of people. Before getting too serious about training your dog over a long distance, you need first to make sure that your dog is staying for a relatively solid period. This is an important point to keep in mind. The further apart you and your dog are from one another, the less likely it is that your dog will listen to what you have to say. On the other hand, distance training does call for a fairly significant commitment effort. To our good fortune, however, one of the things that is quite simple to educate your dog is how to maintain a safe distance from that person. As was the case before, we are going to go in baby increments with the distance. I will demonstrate what I mean to you. Yes, you did a great job. Sit down and remain seated. I'll give it a shot. You did a good job. Take note that I have merely taken 1 step back. I did not take a 10-foot step back, nor did I pause for 30 seconds and patiently wait for Bruno to come over here and end his stay. I enabled him to achieve his goals. If you are interested in making progress in a fair amount of time, this is something that is really extremely crucial as well. Yes, you did a great job. Sit down and remain seated. You did a good job. Even though he stood up for a little while there, I am not concerned about that because I can tell that he is making an effort. Yes, you did a great job. Sit down and remain seated. You did a good job. And as you can see right there, he started to feel a little bit more tempted to break, which is why I wanted to interrupt it, come over here, and give him a treat. Oh, I was making an effort, and I was beginning to feel more confident in that regard. It takes months of training in a range of settings and environments before your dog will generalize listening to you reliably in the face of heavy distractions. Distraction training is difficult for dogs and requires instruction in several scenarios and locations. Therefore, it is only normal that you are curious about the best way to instruct your dog and get them ready for more significant diversions, such as squirrels, dogs, cats, and other creatures that just exist in the world. Your next 2 lessons are going to be included in the description of this video so that you can get started on making progress on it. You will be able to visit the URL that I will provide in the description to make a contribution to my Patreon campaign in any amount that you want to contribute. Give them a thumbs up if you believe that Bruno did a good job with the project. Ensure that you are subscribed to my channel